Peak cinema. Let's talk about Argylle. Argylle, directed by Michael Vaughn, you may know his previous work, the Kingsman franchise, is about a woman played by Bryce Dallas Howard who got famous by creating spy stories. Coincidentally, through her books, she's actually able to predict real-life spy coverts. And after having trouble writing her final book, the real-life Argylle comes and kidnaps her in a way so that he can figure out the ending and get ahead of the villain. So personally, I had a great time watching this movie, but there's a ton of mixed reviews, and I think it's because people are taking this movie way too seriously. I would put this movie in the same category as Fast 9 and Fast 10. Yes, subjectively and logically, they're not good movies, but come on, you had a fun time watching those movies, right? Spies kidnapping a writer? Be for real. That doesn't even sound like a real thing. So I was already like, okay, this is gonna be like some satirical, funny, like new type of story. Because when I first heard that, I was like, that's not even anything close to logical. So I already suspended disbelief. So in the beginning of the movie, the tone is set. We get an action sequence from Henry Cavill, John Cena, and Dua Lipa. And let's talk about Dua Lipa. She really did her thing, okay? When I first saw her on the screen and seeing her acting, it reminded me of Bad Bunny and Bullet Train. When I first saw him in the movie, I was like, is that Bad Bunny? And then I was like, this is Bad Bunny. Oh my gosh. And so I had that same feeling with Dua Lipa because she did very well playing this like sexy spy girl. I don't know, but her acting was very much well done. And I know you're thinking, oh, Alea, like singers can be actors too. But I just think that singers like Beyonce, Rihanna, J-Lo, and many other singers have put like a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to them trying to switch genres. So with Dua Lipa, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets more roles after this movie. Anyways, action scene. The entire hook of this film is cheesy and satirical. They have these action sequences that are absolutely impossible that can happen in real life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it sets the tone of this movie is going to have unexplainable, insane scenes, and we just need to suspend disbelief. We understand it's satire and just have fun with this movie. One of the scenes in the very beginning is Argylle's in this yellow car, whatever. He does a drift. I'm not lying with you. The car is sideways, drifting across two thin brick walls. The car is on top, drifting, okay? Car, minimal damage. Argylle, no damage at all. He gets out the car, easy, fine. He's perfectly fine. And he's like, he calls John Cena, I don't know his character. He calls John Cena being like, she's almost to you and stuff. These like super cheesy lines, and it's hilarious. I just love it, how they leaned into that. She's going like 100 miles per hour on a motorcycle. He's just able to pick her up. He's able to grab her, and that's fine. Come on, guys. So I think a lot of the bad reviews are people being like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, this movie was outlandish. And it's like, yeah, it is. Sit back and just have fun. The only thing that disappointed me in this movie is the fight scenes weren't as good as we know Michael Vaughn can do. Like in Kingsman, we have this scene. And also we have an entire movie with Pedro Pascal with a whip. You can't top that. Anyways, back to the movie. You have to understand that this movie is from the perspective of a writer. And we have a tendency to fluff up our stories to make it more riveting. I love that with this movie, Michael Vaughn reminded us that movies are not real. Anything can happen in movies. It's fiction. We should be able to think of the most outlandish things and put it to screen and stop having this like, oh, it needs to be like the laws of gravity, physics, and da-da-da. It's like we have that in real life. Like when I go to a movie and I want that Fast 9, Fast 10 feel. I know that not every movie needs to be like that, but I feel like every movie has trying to been like, okay, let's go by the science. And it's like, okay, cool. But remember that this is fiction, not real life. So I liked that this movie was like, he really thought, okay, what scenes could we do? What's something that's never been seen on the screen? And towards the end of the movie, I don't want to spoil it for you. But let me tell you, there are two scenes I have never seen before in a movie. And I was like, yo, what? Out of the, he threw it out the window. He threw logic out the window, and oh my gosh. But I liked it. I had fun. Also in this movie, there are a ton of plot twists. Like towards the end, like I feel like Michael Vaughn wanted you to be gasping every 2 minutes because something would twist and then it would twist back and then oh, you crossed me, but I double crossed you, triple crossed. And I was like, this is so cheesy. And I kind of missed like a little bit of a cheesy moment in a movie. And it was just, oh my gosh. It was twist after twist after twist, and I'm not going to spoil that for you. You have to go see this movie for yourself. Oh, and a last thing I forgot to mention. If you're going to this movie to see Henry Cavill, John Cena, Dua Lipa, like the trailer advertised, I just want you to know they really are in this movie for the first 10 minutes. Henry Cavill is in it a little bit when they switch between the two Argylles, because like the real life Argylle is played by Sam Rockwell, and oh my gosh, I actually really loved his character. He was the only straight man in the movie, and I think this is like the first Sam Rockwell movie I've seen, so I'm excited to see more of his work. I'm gonna look into it. So please comment down below any Sam Rockwell movies that I can look into. But yeah, those three I mentioned are in the movie for about 2 seconds. So I don't want you to be disappointed when you're like, where's John Cena? Like I was. Bryce Dallas Howard is in this movie, and I've loved her. I've loved her so much ever since the Spider-Man 3 movie, and she's always done well with being like the fish out of water girl next door character. I feel like she just fits really well with that, and it reminds me of like Spider-Man movie, Jurassic World movies, and then in this one she's also like, I've never been in the spy world, what do I do? And I feel like a lot of people, like a lot of actresses cannot fit in that, but Bryce Dallas Howard is our girl. I just feel like she needs more recognition than she does get. Like I would categorize her as a B-lister, and she needs to get up there. I need to see her in more roles, please. But anyways, I want to tell you on my rating. I give this movie an 8 out of 10, and I'm going off enjoyability. I'm not going off of movie snubs. Okay, I'm not going off of that because I already live real life, right? I already do that thing. So when I go to give 3 hours of my life to a corporation, I want to make sure that I'm using that 3 hours usefully and I'm having a good time. Yes, I'm still thinking about poor things. Okay, guys, I'm still a little bit traumatized. But anyways, thank you for watching this review. Make sure to comment down below if you've seen Argylle and if you liked it, or if you're gonna go see it. And make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.
I'm in some really big trouble, Mom.
Oh, so now you're experimenting with drugs.